In this Star Wars Outlaws news update video, I will be showing you some brand new gameplay that has just been released. Plus, we have a bunch of new details too, including map size info. Before we do get into everything though, make sure you do subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any future Star Wars Outlaws videos. We are just over a month away from Star Wars Outlaws releasing, and 10 minutes of new footage has just been posted by IGN. I will be showing you that new gameplay throughout this video. This new gameplay shows off a lot more of Tatooine, which is great to see. Before we dive into the news and the gameplay, I just wanted to share with you that I actually got to play Star Wars Outlaws last week. Ubisoft invited me to their preview event, and I got to play the game, plus record my gameplay. I will have tons of videos coming out soon with that footage, as well as my own impressions on the game, so stay subscribed for that. Plus, if you have anything you'd like to know about the game, comment it down below, and I will be making a video answering as many of your questions as I can. Now on to the gameplay that I can show you, which released today with IGN. So the gameplay shows Kay doing one of the expert missions in the game. Expert missions are basically a replacement for skill trees in the game. Instead of gaining a skill point to spend on a skill tree, as seen in a lot of games like Jedi Survivor, there is none of that in Outlaws. Instead, you'll learn about experts who you can visit and do missions for. Upon completion of these various missions, you'll receive an upgrade for things like your speeder. So in Jedi Survivor we have multiple skill trees for the various stances and force powers and health and such. In this game, there are no skill trees. It's about working for these various experts to gain knowledge from them because they are experts in a certain area, such as, I guess, a mechanic who will help out with your speeder. It seems like this is going to be a much more interesting and fresh way to level yourself up in the game. One of the worries plenty of people have about this game is that it will feel too similar to other games. Based on what we are hearing and seeing here, it should be different enough from those other games in regards to the progression aspect. It will not be another game where you just have yet another skill tree that you need to earn skill points for to unlock things. We also know that one of the experts in the game is Lando Calrissian himself. In this gameplay, we see that you can go up to a sandcrawler and meet Jawas. Kay does this in this gameplay, and one of those Jawas is actually one of the various experts in the game. The upgrade that Kay is trying to get is a turret for the Trailblazer. To do it, she must venture into a dead Sarlacc to get a tooth to trade with the Jawa. On her way to it, we get to see footage of speedbike gameplay across the Dune Sea, which is fun. A crate dragon can be spotted in the distance, travelling through the sand. When a Sarlacc tooth has been collected from inside the Sarlacc pit, Kay tries to get out, and when she does, there is an attack. I will say that the visual effects and animations for the non-gameplay segments in this footage do look a little bit rough, though this build of the game is likely to be several weeks old, and there are still 6 weeks until launch. There will most likely be a day one patch ahead of the game, so hopefully those things do get fixed up. We also get to see Kay using a grenade launcher and fighting enemies in a docking bay before taking off to the skies and space, and then using the Trailblazer's new turret. Once again, a few rough bits here and there, but at least they aren't hiding these things, they are actually showing this off in promo material. Those poor-looking cuts, because of the poor-looking cutscenes being rare in comparison to the rest of the game, it really does tend to stick out, I think. I really hope they fix this for launch. Now on to some details coming out of IGN's various interviews that they've conducted with the developers. Specifically, let's talk about map size and how long it will take to travel across the various planets in the game. So all of this information comes from the game's creative director, Julian Garrity, who did speak with IGN. He said that non-stop travel from one end of Tashara to another will take 4 to 5 minutes. For comparison, GTA 5's map takes about 5 to 6 minutes in a car to go across. Some new information on map size comparisons is also coming from Julian. He said that Tashara, Akiva and Tatooine are close in size. this would seemingly mean that it will take around 5 minutes to travel across Akiva and Tatooine as well as Tashara. Though Julian has also stated that he now thinks Tatooine is a bit larger. We previously learned that Tashara was the biggest map in the game in the past, and that in itself is bigger than the Division 2's Washington DC map. 4 or 5 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but once you've committed, it's a fairly large amount, and you are always going to be distracted with the stuff happening in the game, be it random events or just NPCs and stuff like that. Massive's design philosophy for the game's planets was also discussed. Julian said that it was less about how big they should make the planets, but more about how long in terms of traversal with the speeder it would be. We don't want things to just be big for big's sake. We need it to be contained, always fun, always proposing different activities. So the traversal of the whole thing had to feel like a journey, a commitment when you get on your speeder and you want to go from one end to the next. So with the varying 4 planets, one large moon in Tashara, several space stations, and the various planetary orbits, I think there will be plenty of places to go, and it won't feel like a small game based on this information. In other news, the game is going to be part of a panel at San Diego Comic-Con again this year. The 3 main voice actors for the game will be there to talk about it, so if you are going to SDCC, then this is going to be a must-see panel for you. The panel is called Star Wars, Stories from a Galaxy Far, Far Away, and is not limited to Star Wars Outlaws. There will be sneak peeks for upcoming Star Wars books and comics that aren't related to Outlaws as well, so that will be fun. I'd love to know your thoughts on anything I've talked about in this video, so do let me know down in the comment section below. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like to help support the channel, and subscribe so you don't miss any future Star Wars Outlaws videos, including my gameplay impressions, which will be coming soon. If you missed any of my previous videos, click on the playlist on screen right now, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.